All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's weekly cryptic crossword set this week by Harpo. But first, our cryptic clue of the day. Note, 6th June, noon, 6 letters. Note, 6th June, noon, and I gave you 1 letter. All right, let's see what Harpo has for us. Several deliveries given by girls' transport. Oh, I'm mainly wondering about that word deliveries. Could be births. So I'm thinking it might be something like triplets or, although 7 letters, other than twins, I think they would all be. Anyway, girls, transport could be her bus, her train. No, I don't see that. Hold trophy in Olympic competitive yachting initially. All right, I think we're going to take some initial letters, but how far back do we go? Yeah, Olympic competitive yachting, maybe OCY, and we put a trophy inside that to get a word for hold. Oh, I don't see. They're not very promising outer letters if I'm reading that right. Maybe just the C and the Y? Well, what's the Olympic doing then? No, how about antelopes secure between 2 points? Oh, I think, yeah, I was just thinking about what kind of antelopes are there, and there's the eland. And so it begins with E for east, which is a point of the compass. Then if you land a job, you secure a job, and then S for south, the other point. All right, pick up explosive transaction that may appeal to Cockney consumers. Well, pick up sounds like a homophone indicator. So something that sounds like an explosive transaction, but then that may appeal to Cockney consumers. Cockney often suggests we drop an H. I don't get that. Injured, prone guy, sore loser at, is it Culloden? Is that how you pronounce that? In Scotland. I think it might be an anagram. Oh, I was going to say prone guy, sore, and then it would be the loser, but prone, sore is 9 and guy's only 3. So, yeah, I'm not sure where we get 5 and 9. Who was the loser at Culloden? Bonnie Prince Charlie? Now I may have to go to Wikipedia. Let's try another few downs. Unexpectedly regain contacts to whom Charlie might be of interest. Could unexpectedly be an anagram indicator, but regain contacts don't seem like good fodder. And then the definition would be to whom Charlie might be of interest. Well, I know Charlie can be slang for cocaine, so is it like drug traffickers or DEA? What other Charlie could it be? Chaplin? Drake? Oh, young animal left sleeping like a baby. I think it might be a young animal, and we have L followed by, yeah, or maybe a young animal in 3 letters and then L. And then the definition for that question mark, sleeping like a baby. No. Below uncovered vent, potter about storehouse. Ooh, uncovered vent, I think, is taking the covers off vent, and I think that's going to give us an EN. And then potter about might be just saying anagram potter, and it would be a storehouse. What would that be? Yeah, I don't see that. With an anagram of potter, it shouldn't be too hard. There's not that many letters. No, don't see it. International organization studied broadcast before getting angry. Is it going to be an international organization? Or is that part of the wordplay UN? Although then that means 5 across would end in a U. All right, let's go back to the acrosses. Close to involving London College of Energy. Well, the closing letter of involving is a G. And then maybe we have a London College, LSE, of energy. I think of energy might be the definition. No, this is quite a tricky quiptic. Am I doing the prize crossword by mistake? No. Calf intermittently cut by cruel stroke. Well, calf intermittently surely would be the C and the L are the A and the F, and that would be cut by a word for cruel, and the whole thing would mean stroke. Yeah, I don't see an L, I suppose, is the more likely. Oh, yeah, I just thought of stroke as a swimming stroke, could be the crawl. And cruel is raw. I know we've seen before where it's very cold is defined, or is the definition for raw. Cruel, I don't know. Cruel summer, raw summer, I don't think it's the same thing. Defective, neutral, and live, both ultimately having no connection. No, I don't get that. Bond character quietly summing up dodgy baronet. Well, I don't think it can be a baronet. So is it a Bond character? Quietly can be P. Oh, it is a Bond character, but it's not James Bond. It's I think Michael Bond. So who created P for quietly, summing up is adding and then an anagram of baronet gives us Paddington Bear. Very clever. Double dealing, disgraceful university union, primarily upset with politics. Well, the primarily seems to be giving us a first letter, but just of union or upset, either one would give us a U. I mean, there's an awful lot of D's at the beginning. Double dealing, disgraceful. Well, politics is 8 letters. So I'm wondering if we do take D from disgraceful plus the 2 U's from University Union, and anagram, yeah, all of that with politics to get a word that means double dealing. I wonder if it will begin with DU, duplicitous. Yes, there we go. Inactive period concludes each 1st of September, 1st of October, and 1st of November. Well, the first letters of those 3 months spell SON. So I think it's an inactive period. And I'm thinking something season, but I don't know. Concludes each. Each could be per, so maybe it's person. Maybe it's just inactive something person, and then period concludes. But I do think it's going to end in SON either way. US fighters of a sort penetrated firm rocks. I think it might be US fighters, but army something. Could it be like wrestlers, WWE or something? Official who decides what's outside rulings of court. All right, we sometimes see court in a clue and the whole surface suggests legal matters, but it's actually a tennis court. And the outside, if they rule whether it's inside or outside, they might be I think a line judge is what you call them. Ooh, that J looks useful. All right, sheepish individual hides heart of evil. Is it a hidden clue within sheepish individual? Pishy, ishin, shind. Well, there is Hindi. I hope that's not right. I don't know. Of evil. Now, maybe it's sheepish is the definition, and we have a word for individual, which might be one or man, and that's going to hide the heart of evil, would be the VI. Yes, so it's actually literally sheepish, the adjective to go with it, ovine. There we go. Not as tipsy as only half of root beers drunk. Not as tipsy, I think, is going to be the definition. Yeah, so I think it's half of root is RO plus beers. All of that is drunk or anagrammed. And you get this ridiculous word soberer. All right. Samples of daisies on time. Time is often simply T, so maybe we put a word for daisies on T and it means samples. Oh no, maybe the daisies go after a T. Yeah, because I would think they're going to have to match ending in an S. Now, I'm not good on my flowers, as you probably know, so I'm going to leave that one for now. Here's my loser at Culloden. Yeah, it does look like Prone guy certainly is going to be part. I think the young pretender. Now, is that the same as Bonnie Prince Billy? But I think that must be it. And so, what is it an anagram of? Oh, sore is not part, but there's no J, so I'm not injured isn't part of the anagram. Prone guy. Ah, sore is tender. There we go. Now I get it. And this is to whom Charlie might be of interest. Oh, I wonder if it could be narcotics. Yeah, so I think it is an anagram of regain contacts, and I think from that we would get narcotics, narcotics something. We're going to have a G left over and another T. I'll wait until I get another letter, I think. That was my Potter. Oh, is there a word? Entrepot. I just finished recording the Everyman crossword, which will have come out yesterday for you, where I made up a word. Let me see if I've made up another one. No, this time it really is a word, comes from the French, so I presume it's entrepot. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Okay, and it means a kind of warehouse. All right, sporting tournament, Saxons in it somehow. I think maybe we're going to anagram Saxons in it. And, yes, so of course the 6 nations, nations, there we go. Phrase end of sleeve that's less damaged externally. I think it's going to mean phrase. End of sleeve might simply be an E. That's less. No, don't see it. Oh, can this be right? And something B. What takes turn to enter or leave? I'm thinking of Monopoly, and when you're sent to jail, you have to wait a turn and roll something, I think, to get out of jail. But what takes turn to enter or leave? No. Settles River entered by police. I think settle is going to be the definition, and we're going to yeah, so I was thinking settle as in settled in a place, but no, it's to settle an argument maybe, would be to decide. It's the river D that comes up quite a while, quite often, and the CID goes inside that. Capital A and also lowercase s, that's a great clue. I think it might be a capital, maybe it begins with A and also lowercase. Yeah, not Algiers. Athens, and also might be then. All right, partly open a receptacle. All right, nice easy one there at the end. When is a door not a door? When it's a jar. All right, this was, Yes, the daisies that we have seen before are asters, and if they go on the T for time, you get tasters, little samples of food or drink. Oh, here's our US fighters. I think rocks might be, yeah, the anagram indicator because penetrated has 10 letters. So let's try our penetrated firm and anagram that. Not a regiment. Yeah, I think it is going to end in E-N-T, probably T-R-E-N-T. Yeah, where's the F going to go? US fighters of a sort. So of a sort I had thought on first reading might be the anagram indicator, but I think it's the rock. So I think of a sort means these are not real fighters of some kind. So I think I'm going to pause and do this one on paper so you don't have to watch me gormlessly clicking the shuffle button. All right, I finally on paper spotted department, and then what was left over spelt fire, I believe. And so they are fighters, they're just firefighters. All right, so, oh, here's our, oh, a narcotics agent would use up that G I wanted. There we go. So I think I'd said the DEA, I was on the right lines there. All right, close to, oh, that could be near, involving London College of Energy. Nearest, maybe? Here's our, oh, the Red Cross, of course, would be the international organization. Studied broadcast. Broadcast is a homophone indicator. In Britain, if you studied something, you read it at university. And getting angry, getting cross, of course. Oh, nuclear, I suppose, would be of energy, maybe? Oh, it is. Oh, a university college, London, of course. And that goes inside of near. All right, let's try our Cockney consumers. There is a thing, isn't there, a jellied eel that I think is traditionally a delicacy in London among Cockney folk. But how is a pickup explosive jelly? Jelly, I suppose, from gelignite and transaction would be a deal. Jelly deal, all right. Ooh, so now are several deliveries given by girls. Oh, transport, I think, can be joy. I think in an old-fashioned way, several deliveries. Oh, no, I think actually the whole thing is transport. To transport somebody might be to overjoy them. And of course, I should have thought of the cricket. Several deliveries make up an over. And the girl is just the girl's name. All right, so hold, oh, could be occupy. So Olympic, competitive. Yeah, so it was OC and Y, and they go around. A cup is a trophy. I definitely should have thought of that. All right, now is this going to mean defective? No, I think defective, neutral. is going to be an anagram of neutral. And I think it is going to be on something. And then maybe ultimately having no connection or having no connection. Surely that's ED on, what do we have to use up? An L, an A, another E probably. Yeah, where's the ending coming from if it is the anagram of neutral? Live, oh, maybe it's neutral is 7 letters, and then the D and the E both ultimately the end letters of and live. Of course, the anagram is unrelated using all those letters. All right. Young animal could be a calf. Not sure I get left sleeping like a baby. No, I don't get that. So maybe wrong. The only thing I'm wondering if the L is inside of CAF and somehow CAF means like a baby or a baby. What other young animal could it be? C something L something. I'm going to leave calf in there. All right, here was this one. Yeah, I think it might be something person, inactive, or it could be season, like the off season, yeah. Yeah, I paused there. I think, yeah, I really wanted each to be per, but I think it's actually EA, the more common, I suppose, abbreviation for each. And if this first part is a word that means concludes, then that S runs over to start season. So I don't know what concludes, like draws a conclusion or finishes something season. Let me pause and ponder that one. All right, while I was paused, I was glancing at 17 down and thinking, oh, I must be wrong somewhere. That looks very unlikely sequence of letters. But then I did think of a knob at the end. And of course, a doorknob is something you would turn. So then, oh, yeah, funny. I think it's close season, but concludes could be closes. Yeah, I think I have heard that phrase, but I think I would have thought it was like closed season rather than close season. But anyway, that's that. All right, phrase. Oh, phrase could be fights and could be scuffles, I think. End of sleeve. Oh, is your cuff. And then less damaged externally. I think that might be just the word less without the final S. Is that right? All right, well, I finally finished. That was a tough quiptic, I thought. Let me go ahead and check all. It looks like everything is. Oh, no, not my calf. Oh. All right, young animal left sleeping like a baby. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let me pause and think of more young animals. I can think of very few words even that fit that. Cell. Yeah, now that we know it's not a CA, cold. Maybe like if you're out cold, you're sleeping like a baby, but let's check that one. No. Oh, it is COL. I'm just going to go ahead and reveal it. A colt, of course. Oh, Yeah, I did say earlier that maybe sleeping like a baby might be the L inside, and I didn't think of in a cot. Ah, very, very poor showing by me. So it's not just that it's a hard crossword. I think I'm just not at my best today. We had some unusual letters like the J and actually a couple of J's and X. I don't remember seeing a Q, so I don't think it was a pangram. Anyway, let's go and take a quick look at 15 squared. All right, the blog is by Pierre. Oh, they started about 3 years ago, only their second Quiptic. Oh, yeah. Expecting too tricky for a Quiptic. Certainly took me much longer to solve than usual. One or two pretty stretchy clues. Yeah, involving pretty loose. Raw is a stretch in my opinion. Yeah, for cruel, raw. Yeah, so a few funny ones, all right. Charlie hears drugs, yeah. Unexpectedly as the anagrind, even with most of the crossers, I couldn't see this, might because it's US English, and this is a crossword in a British paper. All right. Not a cryptic, above my level. Fun, much harder than I was expecting. Muddled through somehow. Yeah, I think that was a tricky one. Anyway, thanks as always for watching. Have a great day and have a great week ahead.